Welcome to another episode of Drunk Cop and a Teacher, the podcast where everything's made up and our comments don't matter, just like these stupid-ass Facebook games that don't really mean anything unless you're going to provoke arguments and debates across the world.
I mean, that's the point of it, though.
No, it's
that's
a fun
why.
thing.
No, it's not a fun thing. It's just
a fun
a
thing.
stupid ploy to get engagement on the post because they know people are going to argue about this. Like I initially was actually going to go and against Mike when I saw his post. I was like, he's just a child. It's okay. I understand his picks. I get it.
I didn't
It's
even see his picks.
It's only one thing I disagree with. But so listeners, there's that Facebook thing going around where you have to like choose 3. This one is you have to lose 3 forever, and they're movie franchises. So the list goes Star Wars, Marvel Cinematic Universe, X-Men, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, 007, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, Superman, Batman, Fast and Furious, and Star Trek. Those are the options you have. And well, starting off with Mike, he picked Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
I picked Star Trek for number 1 for sure. Lord of the Rings, and the last one, X-Men.
Ham, what would you pick?
Lord of the Rings, Fast and Furious, and Superman.
I hate you both. This is why this is why I'm quitting the podcast today.
What will you pick?
Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
Harry Potter, and X-Men.
Oh, whoa!
That's
What
why
was
I
the
didn't
last
go against like Mike, because I was like, okay, I know I'm going to pick a franchise that one of you two are going to be like,
What was
oh
the
my
last one,
God,
though?
X-Men. We all agreed X-Men. So,
X-Men?
Yes,
I know, I didn't
X-Men.
say X-Men.
Wait. What did you say?
I said Lord of the Rings, Fast and Furious, and Superman.
Oh, I could have sworn you said X-Men. Wait, why Superman?
Yeah, why?
Eh,
What?
What?
eh.
Christopher Reeves? Oh, that's...
Wait, did you say Star Trek?
I said Superman, man.
And you will pick Star Trek? What's so exciting about Star Trek?
Those are just the films?
Whole bunch of fucking virgins are standing in a ship and taking command by a bald old man.
Hold up, but I'm surprised...
Boy, you're talking about Next Generation.
No, I'm talking about all generation.
You don't even know what that means. Do you?
Wait, Ham, I'm surprised you picked Lord of the Rings, though. I thought...
I would put this at least. I don't know. I think I've been more entertained with Fast and Furious than Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Fast and the Furious is this stupid car shit. I mean, it's entertaining,
It
yeah,
is.
but I mean, I can just go to I could go to Target, buy some Hot Wheels, like 5 of them for $5, and have my own Fast and the Furious in the store.
But can you go to space? No.
I can buy a rocket ship. I'm pretty sure there's one in that aisle.
Yeah,
Yes,
true. That's true.
And to be fair, I did see Fast 9, and that looks insane in a bad way. But,
That's
Lord
the
of the Rings.
point of it.
I was just never a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I liked Lord of the Rings, but it wasn't like my. I couldn't tell you what. My Precious. Keep it secret, keep it safe. I think is that one of them. And
I guess. All right.
not much more. And then
All right, keep your secrets.
I was gonna say Batman, but that means also you're erasing Michael Keaton's Batman, and I don't
Yeah.
want to erase that, so that's why I just preserved it. I was like, no, I'm not picking you.
Plus, Lord of the Rings. What else are they gonna do? They're done.
Like they're gonna find new ways, man. Always.
That's the same thing.
Easily
with Back
for
to the Future.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
they
but
could-
it's Back to the Future, so shut the fuck up.
No, but
I know, but I mean, it's using that same argument.
I mean, for me,
there's no arguments on Back to the Future.
I mean, for me, my choices were just because of entertainment reasons. Like Lord of the Rings, sure, the second movie and the third movie are pretty good, but it's just that first one you have to go through, and it's
That's what got me
dreading.
hooked.
Oh, I can't.
That's what got me hooked.
If this is Lord of the Rings, so this is not even The Hobbit.
It's not even I haven't even seen The Hobbit.
Mm.
Yeah, that's okay. You can miss out on this.
Yeah, and then I mean X-Men. Come on, I mean,
There's no saving grace for X-Men. Like, I don't know. Nightcrawler was cool.
he only showed up for that one. Well, X-Men
Also,
2.
this also doesn't count Wolverine.
I don't know.
Logan?
I mean, it says
I guess-
X-Men.
Yeah, because I was thinking X-Men 1, 2, 3.
X-Men's First Class, Days of Future
Would it count
Past.
First Class?
Yeah, it starts with the
No,
X-Men.
no. Maybe it's just 1, 2, 3.
We got to get a clarification on the timeline here on this one.
But either regardless though, because now X-Men is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so that doesn't really count. And you already know it's going to be good. Well, I mean, hopefully.
Is that
if we're-
confirmed? Confirmed?
Yeah, I mean they bought Fox.
That
All right,
doesn't
so-
mean that it's part of the cinematic universe.
So I might switch X-Men with Lord of the Rings.
Well, I'm talking about like a new beginning
Yeah.
of X-Men, like a whole new, brand new X-Men that I'm thinking they're planning to make. They should. Question mark. I don't know. Hopefully, I think they are. I don't know.
Well, you know what else is questionable though?
Wait, though. I'm just gonna say real quick.
My transition.
Damn it, that was so good.
Whoever they pick as Wolverine, it's gonna get shit on so hard.
Without a doubt.
Oh,
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
bad for anybody who gets picked to play
Yeah,
Wolverine.
exactly. It's gonna be
Mike, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. I've just been working a lot. Fucking hate it, but hey, it pays the
But
bills.
it's been good. Okay.
It's been good. I started watching Grey's Anatomy.
Ugh.
Really good,
Ugh.
really good show. I like it a lot. My wife is a fan, so I wanted to give it a try. I told her I'll give it a try, and so far we're almost done with season 1. It's really good. I like it a lot. The characters are good and everything. I know I did something. There is something.
Probably.
Yeah, I forgot. There was I think I saw a movie.
What about Easter? Yeah.
Oh, my Easter.
Happy late Easter, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Oh yeah. For Easter, that's the thing that I was gonna say.
We all
For
sound religious.
For some, well, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm about to say right now since you said that. For
Great.
some reason, we saw Passions of the Christ on Easter Day
With who?
with me and my wife. She was
Just
like,
you two?
yeah, just us two. Yeah. Like
Date night.
they.
That does remind me of that Easter party where there's a bunch of porn, but that's a different story.
What?
Jesus Christ! But I mean, it's Passion of the Christ. It's
Yeah, we got it.
yeah.
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
I can't believe for anybody who could review that movie.
I don't know. But hey, speaking of betrayals, Ham, how's your week been?
Betrayals, maybe. Yeah.
Next,
It's my line. No, just catching up on some shows. I had a good Easter. Thank you. Other than that, drank.
I was gonna say,
How's
your liver?
That's there, right?
Yeah. It's alright.
I couldn't imagine for some reason. I couldn't imagine Ham being in the episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Oh god.
What?
Like we're just
For drinking.
for it's like,
right.
hey, so what you're here for? I'm drinking, and then
That's like my
That's about
thing.
right.
and then me and
Um,
Sal are going to be there. Like, can you save him, doctor? And the doctor would be like, "There's no saving him."
He's fucked.
I don't owe
No,
money.
but I was just watching the new episode of The Flash, and in the same episode, they time travel and also have a loop in the same episode, which was somewhat interesting.
Oh, I got something to talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, what else did we do? I don't know. Better stuff next week or the week after. I don't know.
Sounds eventful.
Yeah. What about you, Sal?
I just got two things to bring up. One is an update. The other one is my movie going experience.
Oh,
so
nice.
the update is last week. Remember, I told you I bought 2 copies of Super Mario 3D All Stars.
Yes.
They came in.
Nice.
I checked them out. They're sealed. It looks as if they're straight from the shelves of a store. So I believe they're legit. I don't think I got scammed. There's no shaking. This isn't like an N64 cartridge. So everything seems to be in there. So at some point in my life, when I get around to playing this thing, I guess I'll find out if the cartridge is actually still in there or not.
1 year later. What the fuck is this?
Well, you know what's crazy is that on eBay, people are already starting. Well, there are stupid people trying to sell this game already for thousands of dollars. Now, I don't know if they've actually sold. I didn't bother to check that because I was figuring, like, who in the hell is going to pay a couple grand on this game? But, to each his own. My movie going experience, because listeners, we're going to talk about the movie Nobody here in just a few moments, but Ham and Mike have already gone to see this movie. So, they
You
said
have
they're...
as well?
Well, no. Like, you have already seen this movie before I have. Like, yes,
Yeah,
just the other day.
yeah.
I just saw it,
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But you guys never talked about, like, the movie theater,
Oh,
except
yeah.
Mike said that it was empty, right?
Yeah,
You said yours was
our
empty?
screening, it was just me and my wife. It was pretty, like, the movie theater was empty. There was a couple of people, like,
Okay.
they were going to go see a movie, but I don't know. I mean, nobody was in our screenings, but for my experience, it was actually pretty awesome.
So I went to
and,
go
I didn't-
get a 7:50 p.m. showing.
Oh, but real quick, I always do it. Yeah, we went at 11 on a Saturday, 11 p.m. that is, and we probably had 6 to 8 other people in there.
Okay. So like I said, went to go try to get a 7:50 p.m. showing. Went to a Regal Cinema.
Nice.
And
The closest one to you?
Yeah. And then I didn't realize I had to buy my ticket at the kiosk, at the digital kiosk thing.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
So I went in, I was like looking around, like, okay, no one's selling me tickets or shit. Oh, there's a machine right behind me. Okay, let me go ahead and buy my
Okay.
ticket. Because I saw the concessions, I was like, oh, there's like 6-7 people in line at concessions. Shit, like, I want to get something because I want the whole experience. I haven't been in the movie theater forever.
Okay. Now where you going?
So I got the ticket. I paid the student price, which was $12.
Wow!
Yeah,
How'd
exactly.
you do that?
I just pressed student, and the guy didn't check me when he checked the
Oh,
ticket.
man.
So,
Yeah, I always do it all the time. I paid $8.
I mean, what is he gonna do?
You paid $8? Where the
what?
fuck did you go?
Where did you?
I went
Yeah.
during the day, went to Universal.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I do have my unlimited pass that just is working now.
Now, by the time I got my ticket, I looked back. I was like, okay, so there's 2 people at the registers of the concessions, and then there's only one there's like a couple waiting in line, like a mother and her daughter. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a little late, but I'm pretty sure I'm just missing one preview. I'll just stay and get a popcorn and a drink. I guess this is now a thing, maybe, where we have entitled people that, because they act like they've been supporting the theater this whole time, they can just take up as much time as they want at the front. Like, literally, these people are having conversations about this and that, like about what they did at work, and even like the mother and the daughter were like, "Can they hurry up?" And I'm thinking in my head, "Yeah, can they hurry the fuck up?"
What do you mean, per customer to the employee?
So it was like it was a group of 4, and then they were talking to the manager, who was like helping them at the red, like, getting their popcorn and shit.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like a father and a son who was talking to like 3 people who were supposed to be like manning the popcorn, the sodas and shit. And they were just all hanging at the counter talking. And I'm like, do we not exist back here? Like, do we like, hello, like, I have a movie I want to watch. Like, just because their movie probably starts in like 20 minutes because you told them to, like, doesn't mean that I need to, like, I have that time. Like, I was getting frustrated. I was like, I'm missing 2 previews at this point.
Sound like an old man.
Yeah, exactly. Back in my day. So
Yeah.
so anyway, I got my drink and my popcorn, which would have been $13 for a small drink and a small popcorn. But luckily, I guess I still had a birthday thing on my account or whatever, so I got
Nice.
the popcorn for free.
Nice.
Whoopie fucking do. Yeah, but
Well, I should have one too.
$6
Where's mine
for
at?
a small soda. Whatever.
Ugh.
Like I said, I wanted the theater experience because again, I haven't been in.
You
it.
should have
So I went in-
went to 7-Eleven and got a Coke and just put it in your pants.
Right? Which,
Yeah. Well,
by the
in your
way,
pants.
they didn't have any bottle drinks except for
I was
water.
about to say, yeah, what else?
Bottled water was it, and their food was limited. They only had
Yes.
popcorn and nachos, and even their fountain drinks was limited. They only had half the stuff they were offering.
Really?
So, went into the theater. It was actually pretty full. There was like maybe 8 groups of like at least 3 people at each group, like sitting in the theater.
Wow.
7:50's prime time, and this was a what day did you say again?
This was yesterday, so Tuesday.
Wow, really? On a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
up until that point, right, I feel like my movie going experience was just like,
It was
this is
shit.
stupid. Yeah, it was like this is not what I was hoping to come back to. Like I was hoping just to go up, get my thing, go to my seat in a matter of 5 minutes. Nope, I had to wait 15 minutes for 4 old people talking about their jobs and how much money they're making and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god,
Yep.
you guys.
Could have
So-
been easier. It was on HBO Max.
It's not anywhere.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It's a theater exclusive.
But you know,
Mhm.
that's one of the benefits of why, you know, of having, you know, a brand new movie.
See, when you hear him, he's like, "Fuck theaters." That's
Yeah,
what he's saying.
exactly. That's what he. Yeah, asshole.
I mean, Sal's
All right,
the one.
so-
I'm waiting for
Agree.
Sal to be like, you know what? Fuck movie theaters.
No,
It sounds like he's
because-
saying that.
No, actually, so the only thing that really bugged me the most was paying for the concessions. The $12, or even if I had paid $15 for this movie, I don't think that would have bugged me. What bugs me is the stupid concessions and how overly priced they are
Yeah.
now, like more so than ever.
Yeah, I paid.
That's how they make their money. I've said
No,
this before.
I know, but just
I could.
$6 for a small soda.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get us.
I mean, I mean,
I'm thirsty.
I gotta.
this sneaking shit like Mike said.
Yeah, in your pants. But I mean, when I went, I got a large popcorn and a large soda. All that for $20. I was like, "Fuck!"
God.
Could have gone to fucking maybe Chili's or some shit.
Yeah, get the 2 for
Yeah.
20, man.
Well, now they have it for 2 for $25 now.
Oh shit!
but
Sal
But you
won't
do
like
get
that.
a dessert in the end.
I don't give a fuck about
All right,
this.
let's just go through the review. God damn it!
All right, so the movie we're going to talk about is Nobody. This is a movie that Ham and Mike, like I have said, have seen way before
I
me.
think that was the first one.
Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Good
Ham.
for you.
I know Mike said he gave it a green card, and he talked a little bit about it. Like he said it was good.
Yeah.
Ham, did you say whether you like this movie or not?
I definitely liked it way better than Godzilla and King Kong.
Mm.
And if I had to say it right now, yes, green card.
Yeah. So, I guess going through the usual, Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 81%. IMDb 7.7 out of 10.
Better than
Metacritic
Godzilla and King Kong.
63%. And Ham's Google users 92%.
Well, back to
Yeah.
that 92%.
There was like
One-
probably
the
like
one
2 extra
person,
people that
it's
joined
me.
in and started voting positive. They're like, "Oh no, we screwed up."
Those
We
are your
screwed up."
fans right there, Ham.
Yep. They also follow me on or follow us on MySpace.
The synopsis goes, this one's very short. This is from IMDb. A bystander who intervenes to help a woman being harassed by a group of men becomes the target of a vengeful drug lord. This is starring Bob Odenkirk, who I have no idea who this person is, but it looks familiar to me. So I'm pretty
Breaking
sure him.
Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, that guy! Wow, he looks slightly different.
I guess.
I don't know. It throws me off. Yeah, I did not recognize him. Like I knew, like I was like, this guy looks familiar, but I just don't know where I remember seeing him from. There are other people in here in which I am going to bring up later because I am incredibly pissed at both Ham and Mike about this movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
More so disappointed in Ham than anyone else, really.
I was let you see it for yourself. Spoilers.
So Mike said he gave it a green
Yeah.
card. Ham says he'd give it a green card. This is the movie that is first in line to possibly get my gold card.
Oh! Damn straight.
And Ham knows exactly why.
Oh my
Oh, I
god!
know
Yeah. When I
exactly
first saw
right.
that, I mean, we'll talk more in spoilers, but when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I want to hear
Well,
the reaction
well-
with Ham and Sal."
We'll do a spoiler. We'll just do a spoiler film. Like, wait, here's the thing, guys. Like, the listeners, the movie is pretty straightforward. It is your typical John Wick / Taken
what I've been
kind of
saying.
movie.
Mhm.
Like, the synopsis gives it away. Like, he gets into shit. and he becomes like someone that people are going after because he killed the wrong person, basically wrong place at the wrong time, whatever.
Or was it
And he's like,
vice versa? That person was at the wrong
maybe.
place at the wrong time.
But just like John Wick, he's got weapons. He's smart at doing this and that. The whole, like the entirety of the movie is like, just like the title says, he's supposed to be like a nobody, like just this plain old family man. You would not suspect anything about this guy, but obviously he's got some secrets. He's been part of an organization, and he knows his shit. Like he knows how to take care of shit. And everyone fears him. Basically, like once they realize who he is, they're like, "Oh fuck, yeah, I'm not dealing with this." So there's really nothing major to spoil here. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think there should be a spoiler section. So sorry, listeners,
okay.
if I spoiled the whole movie for you already, but I think that's pretty much just covers it. This is really good.
Fuck it.
The action's really good. The acting is whatever. I don't think there was anything bad or great about the acting.
For me, I think that was the highlight of the movie. With the acting, was the characters in this movie. Like, I think Bob.
Yeah, they played off each other well, but
nothing stands out.
Well,
I would say.
Nothing dramatic.
I did like Bob Odenkirk character in the movie where he's just like this basic guy, but then when things pop off, you're not expecting somebody like him who looks like him to do half of the things that he does in this movie.
Yeah, but that's the same could have been said for Liam Neeson when we first saw him in Taken. Like when that was like his first like kind of big action thing, and we were like, oh, what is he gonna do? And then when we see him do shit, it's like, oh, okay, got it. Like it's the same premise.
Yeah, there's not like a soliloquy and with very good word structure. It's just like almost not one-liners, but that's basically what it is.
Well, here's what I want to talk about first, because listeners, the only reason really to go see this movie is to see Doc Brown fuck shit up.
You're right. I was waiting.
When I first saw him, I was like, no, is that? Oh, okay. Is he just playing the father? Okay. He's not gonna do that much then, is he? He's probably gonna be put at risk, whatever. Okay, I
thought he was gonna die.
But then when we see him again later, when the two guys are going after him, he just blows the shit out of one of them. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Doc Brown with a shotgun.
And then he kills the other one, and then the guy, like in the retirement center, comes running, turn the TV down. And Doc Brown just like holding up his remote, shaking it like an old man, and he's got the other hand like covering the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
It was just so good. And then I didn't think we were going to see him again, but then he comes towards the end where now there's like the three of them, right? It's the main guy's name. I don't even know
Hutch,
the character's name. Hutch, yeah, it's Hutch.
Raza.
His old partner and his dad, David. They're because the entire Russian gang is after them. Like every unlimited number of spawn points for these enemies are just coming in after them in this warehouse, and they just do like this cool trio effect of just shooting the shit out of each other, and just Doc Brown just having the fucking time of his life. He's just like so happy. He's like, yeah, I get to do this again, and just damn, that was so good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. That's what I said. Like it has that formula of John Wick, but the characters, in my opinion, made the movie really good. The villain, I think the villain was a bit weak.
Yeah.
It was just, of course, like he's just there. Like I said, I think the brother was there at the wrong place at the wrong time, and the main character Hutch was at the right place at the right time because he was ready to blow off some steam. He even said to himself, like, please open the door, open the door, open the door. Like, he was ready to fuck shit up. And I think I love John Wick, but with John Wick is a little unrealistic because John Wick is fucking like God. And in this one, he's a little bit more, you could kind of relate a little bit more because he does get his ass whooped and he keeps on going forward. And I kind of felt that Punisher feeling like, all right, go. Like, hell yeah. I hope they make a part 2.
Yeah, it's definitely a good what is it? Coming back to a theater
It was
movie,
really good.
something like that.
Yeah,
I said it wrong.
yeah,
but
that's what I was saying. Like the only thing that really bugged me about my experience was paying for the concessions, because paying the
Yeah.
$13 for this movie, I did not regret one bit of it. So
That's why you got a pregame for a
Oh my
movie.
God.
Pregame somewhere else.
exactly. There's a lot of funny moments in here.
Yeah, good fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I get one of the ones that comes off the top of my head is when he takes the painting. He's just like shooting the shit out of everybody. He's like, "Oh, that's a nice
Oh,
painting."
yeah.
And he just grabs it and he's holding it while he's still shooting the shit out of people.
I
What's
do
another,
like
what are other ones that stand out
when
for
he's
you?
under the basement with all the dead bodies, and then he's like, "Oh, there's the little kitty bracelet."
Yeah. Oh, every time he tries to tell a story, the people always end up
Yeah, or
falling asleep.
die.
What was a good one?
When
when
they first realize who he is at the tattoo place.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. And the guy's like, he sees the tattoo and he goes and locks himself, and he's like, "Yeah, sorry, man."
But it's like 6 different locks he's putting on there. And
Yeah, it just goes over like click, 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 like a cartoon. That's why I really like this a lot more, because it is funnier than John Wick, but it's still,
Oh, yeah.
guns a-blazing.
It would be funny if these two worlds like come crossing over. John Wick and this one.
Oh,
Yeah, interesting.
I feel like that might end up happening. I feel like someone's already asking for that.
It would be really cool, like seeing these two guys like fight together or fight against each other.
Or like, or like
Yeah.
Godzilla versus King Kong. First they fight against, and then they're like,
Yeah, like
"Hey,
John
go
Wick is
down."
blowing out hot air beams, and he has an axe.
The only thing I had to move on from that. The only thing I am questioning, but I don't even care that much, even because of the relationship between the two, is like, why did their relationship, like, so the what is it, Hutch
Wife.
and his
Mhm.
wife, I guess,
Uh-huh.
also old business partner, like they used to do like, I guess, missions or stuff together, because she seems to be like the person that would be got his back and heal him and like
Yeah.
be his nurse basically. But they're
Yeah.
a married couple and they seem legitimately like in love, but I get, why could they not carry on that love relationship?
Oh yeah,
even
you're right about
after
that.
all this, like, is it just the action that kept them together? Because then that kind of makes the relationship under a false pretense. Like, that's the part I didn't get. Like, what really changed between the two other than shooting the shit out of
Yeah,
people?
that's true. I wanted to know about that a little bit more. If they make a part two, I think they should invest into the story a little bit more about that, and especially like
Yeah.
who is this friend of his, Harry? Like how is it possible of them talking through a radio? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, you saw. I talked about this earlier. Well, not in here, but that's his like adopted brother, right? Because there's a picture of all three of them when they were younger.
I thought they were
his
just
dad-
like business, like they were in the business together, though.
No. There is. If you watch the scene, there is a picture of both of them young and his dad in a
I
frame.
mean, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think of that as like an adoptive thing. Like I said, I just thought they were all in the
Yeah.
business together.
No, because they were
I,
young.
I
though,
mean,
so
I
don't
probably
know.
took that as in like. I mean, I took
kids,
that as in
yeah.
like maybe they just were training together and they're best friends.
Also, remember when they in the beginning his son was supposed to do a interview, and he's like, "Oh, then your brother, or your uncle, blah blah blah. That's why I put the two and two together."
But
Remember?
that's on the I just figured that was on the mother's side.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but
because that's
I think that might be right then.
yeah, that's the mother's side. So that's
Okay.
like her brother
That's true.
and her father that ran that business.
What am I gonna do
Oh my
now?
God,
I was thinking the business, like not that business like where he bought the warehouse, but the his secret covert business. Like
yeah.
that's what I meant. Like him, his dad, and the other guy was like
No, I
his
gotcha,
partners.
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know what else is there really to explain other than, I mean, it's just a fun action movie to watch. A lot of good comedy balanced in there with it.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like there's not much more else to talk about, and there really isn't. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good movie, right? It's like I feel like all the other movies we ever talk about, like we go on and rant about them, but there's nothing really to
Yeah,
complain about this
there's
movie,
nothing
right?
except for
There's
like maybe
No,
just a little bit more dialogue on the like you mentioned the relationship, a little bit of like the friendship and stuff like that, and the dad like was I'm guessing he was part of the business of that, and and why is he
sure.
retired if he's still kicking ass, but it's one of those
I,
movies where it's like, you seen it? Yeah, I've seen it. Awesome, right? Yeah. All right, move on.
did any of you know he was in that movie
I did not.
before
I only
watching it?
I did
seen one
not.
trailer.
No, because the trailer was all just with him, and they didn't never show anything like more than him beating up. Like the bus scene is probably the main part of the trailer. Um, but my favorite part of I laughed out a lot. Like I laughed a
Yeah,
few
I
times,
did too. Yeah.
and like the one of the best scenes is the bad guy seeing him and he's just
Yeah.
eating his steak.
Oh yeah.
And with the secret, thing, I won't spoil that at least, but that was a good scene. And at the end too, with using that, oh god, and the mid-credit scene, they seem like they're ready to do a sequel. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they set it up for. Which, again, I
I
mean,
hope
just like
so.
John Wick, I don't think anyone really thought there would be sequels, but they had set it up for a sequel, kind of, or they made it work.
Mhm.
So they can do the
And the
same
cool
thing
part
here.
about this is that
Um,
the writer for this movie is the writer for John Wick as well.
Oh, that makes
So if
sense.
that's the case,
Crossover,
they
maybe.
could, maybe.
It's
Yeah.
possible. I mean, just for me, Christopher Lloyd stole the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
As soon
Yeah,
as soon as
definitely.
he popped up, I was like, this is it. This is the movie of 2021 for me right now.
I might have to save my gold for Mortal
No,
Kombat,
probably.
but I don't know. We'll see.
I haven't used my gold card yet. That's what I'm saying. It's first in line to get my
Yeah.
gold card. I don't just give it up like Mike does.
Wow.
Also, do
You're
they
calling me
transfer to
easy?
everyone from last year or no? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
very
are.
easy.
Thanks, guys.
This guy blew his load really quick.
Jesus Christ. Ham, did you catch any Back to the Future references? I was really hoping there would be one, but I didn't hear one.
I don't think so. I'd have to
I gotta
rewatch
work
it.
on that.
Hoping.
Oh, I will
Yeah.
say this: after the movie was over, there was 3 people sitting behind me, and one of them had to explain to their friend who
Oh,
Christopher
I would
Lloyd
have
was.
slapped him.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it hurt me. And then, like when I was walking out of the theater, the same guy was like, "Oh, I'm so mad. Why didn't I watch Back to the Future? I should have watched Back to the Future." I'm like, "You didn't fucking watch Back to the Future, you fucking."
You should have just pointed at him, shook your head, and just kept walking.
I mean, I'm not a big Back to the Future fan, but it is Back to the Future fan. Yeah, did I say back? I don't know what I just said.
Watch your mouth.
I'm not a big Back to the Future fan, but it is a good movie, though. Like, how can you not see that movie? Or not even know who the hell is Christopher Lloyd?
He's been in a lot of things. Fucking Roger Rabbit, Star Trek, what other stuff? I can think of more, but he was in that one with was it Hulk Hogan or whatever? I forget which one that one. But he's been in a lot of shit. It's not like
Addams Family.
just Back to the Future.
He was in Addams Family.
Oh yeah, he was Fester, Uncle Fester.
Yeah. Apparently, he was in Clue.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was a big dude in Clue. What are you talking about?
I don't think I ever really.
Have you seen Clue?
Yeah, I know we watched
really
it.
good.
Cool, I think, but
Yeah, he's
I
on.
literally
another
just
movie
watched it
called
recently.
Nobody, too.
Listeners, go watch the movie. Like you heard,
Yep.
green card across the board, possibly gold for a couple of us.
Might go watch it again. Yeah.
It's a fun action movie. It's like, and Ham put it best, is that it's worth going back to the movies for. So I'm kind of glad that they did keep it there. That way, it made me go out.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Oh, and then you said there was no trailers on your
No, there
part?
were. I was just only asking if
Okay.
there were trailers because I was running late, and I was like, "Am I gonna miss trailers, or they just play it straight to the movie?"
Oh, I thought it was like an exclamation, like no trailers. Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
Before we do intermission, let's go ahead and cover a couple headlines. Let's get the movie stuff out of the way, so that way we can kind of save conversation for the video game stuff because I think that's going to take up the most of our conversation.
Mm,
So first headline would be for Ham. Borderlands movie cast
I did see
bodybuilder
that.
Olivier Richters as Crom. Richters is primarily known for his bodybuilding career and imposing height of 7'2", but also has held multiple acting roles in The Kingsman, Black Widow, Nailed, and Games of London. Oof. I don't know. What do you think? Is this proper casting? Do you even know who this guy is?
Yes, he's I think one of the four Vault Dwellers, the one I never really played. But I'm still Kevin
You're
Hart
still
as
on that? Get over it.
yeah, no. Roland is a leader and like Kevin Hart is short, man. I'm sorry.
But
We all
that's
know
the
this.
reason why they
He's
cast
short.
him. He's short and funny.
But I don't think they're gonna.
In Borderlands, he's not any
I
of
don't think
that.
they're gonna play off his comedic side though. Like there may be a hint of it, but the way they keep talking about him and his role is that they're trying to probably get him to be serious, like in a serious
When's the last
position.
time you saw Kevin Hart doing a
Well,
series?
that's always been the thing though, right?
Serious.
Every actor has to go through their series of like, okay, if I'm a serious actor, okay, where's my
Not all of
comedy?
them.
If I'm a comedic actor,
But
where's my serious movie? Like they all go through that same shit.
but to be fair, Borderlands is it has a lot of references of other, genres and whatever, but it is at some times and half the times even it is supposed to be funny, but certain characters, not all of them. So we'll
All right,
see.
next one. Godzilla vs. Kong smashes pandemic record for opening weekend
I
box
did see
office
that.
debut. It opened up to 48.5 million on the
I heard
opening
50.
weekend haul. This surpasses the 16.7 million set by Wonder Woman 1984, and Tom and Jerry will continue to hold on to its third place spot with 14 million. So it completely wiped the
Ugh.
floor with all the other movies. This is, I mean, the only complaint I have about this, and it's not even about this headline at all, but the rest of the article then started going off about it also has the record for in a pandemic the largest box office this
Ugh.
in a pandemic the
Ugh.
longest weekend. I'm like, really? We're gonna be
Ugh.
this like niche about these awards or whatever
Mhm.
titles you're giving?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid and it's so
I
dumb.
mean,
Like, I don't know. It bothered me. I was like, we don't need all this. Just say it did well in the
No.
box office. That's
you
it.
know how people always make up some bullshit record. You know. Yeah.
That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically he said that.
Um.
But with that being said, I mean, it did well. That in a regular whatever year, a couple of years back, that's some good numbers. Plus HBO streaming, that's good too. But maybe because it was pandemic and it was probably one of the bigger movies, in a
What was the
sequel, it
HBO
did
stuff?
really
I was about
well.
to
Do we
say,
have that record?
I wanna.
I don't.
No, but still,
I'm
though,
sure
like
it did
I
well.
still would
I'm
like
sure
to
it
see
did
the
well.
numbers. Like, if it's
Yeah,
providing
of course, me
money
too.
for like the movies and just the streaming, like that's the thing that I don't understand is how are they receiving like earnings for the movies if it's going on HBO Max? That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's because remember
It's just the
we
people
we
who pay for
but
HBO
we
Max.
talked about that if it goes to streaming, the movie company, I forget who made Godzilla versus Kong. Is it Lionsgate or Legendary? I forget, but they're not seeing
I don't
as
know.
much money as they would from a movie
Yeah.
ticket. So, we ideally for that movie company, we would want more going to the theater than we do watching on HBO Max.
Yeah, but HBO is the one making that money.
Yeah, but that's the problem for the movie company.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully they'll come out with those numbers. I'm sure they have to at some point.
Yeah.
They just have to. The only
Wait
other
a couple
specific
weeks.
movie headline is that we got a Space Jam 2 trailer. It's out there. Ready Player 2. Basically, I mean, if you look at the trailer, it's basically Ready
Yeah.
Player 1. You had the Iron Giant, you had the Flintstones in
Yeah.
there, I
Mhm.
think.
Oh
Like you had like
yeah.
every. I don't understand why. I guess just to bring the cartoon worlds together, but
I'm
at the
not
same
sure.
time, like I've seen this movie before.
You have to wait for the
No.
storyline.
Mm,
Don Cheadle's in there. If anyone cares
Yeah,
about War Machine, he's in there.
I
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it, of course, and we're gonna review it, but I'm not excited.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Yeah, I don't think I care for it. It seems like a very big departure from its first film.
I agree, and I'm also wondering how close they work with the NBA. Are they going to use any other NBA players? Is Michael Jordan
Yeah, I mean,
coming
of
back
course they're
for a
gonna use
cameo?
NBA players, just
You
like
know, I.
how Michael Jordan did.
But who knows? Maybe they're not. Maybe this is all just going to be focused
I
LeBron
on
think they
James.
confirmed
LeBron and
it.
other stuff. So, like I said, I wonder how.
Do you? But I know you're concerned on that part. My concern is like, does this even have to do with the first movie, or is this its own standalone thing? Because like I don't understand the whole basketball tournament because this was not brought up in the first movie, and the fact that there are other teams and monsters out
Oh,
there that is,
yeah.
I mean, unless some serious shit went down after the first Space Jam, like I don't get
Yeah.
how any of this works.
I think it might be a standalone, and we'll have to wait for another trailer
In
just
all
because it's
honesty,
news.
I would have liked
Like I said,
another sports movie, like another like Space Jam, but not basketball, like soccer, football.
so
I mean, it
definitely
could
not
be fun
baseball.
with baseball.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I'm on the same side as Mike on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That would have been that actually would
I
have been
feel like
a better franchise to do if they would just do the different sports instead of just continue on with
yeah,
basketball.
I think maybe they were. I think I heard somewhere they were going to try to do that with all of them, but way back in the day. But like Mike said, or you, if they did football and Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady's better football than LeBron is basketball.
Huh?
So well, we won't get into sports, but
I think my mind
yeah,
just went to
I
the
would like to
side
see
what you just said.
He said we're not
Oh,
getting
okay.
into sports. Come on.
yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I mean, of course,
Fuck
except
you.
for baseball. Ugh. But yeah, I think it'd be
I
interesting
love
with other
baseball.
sports.
All right. That's mainly it for the movie stuff as far as I saw. We did get a second trailer for Black Widow. Sure. That was actually going to be my
Yeah.
initial like that doesn't matter. Like why do we need another trailer for a movie that got delayed?
Like 5 times.
Oh well, but yeah. I think that's it. We'll go into the video game.
Well,
Oh, what do you got?
I do want to bring up one thing, and I'm tired. I haven't seen it this week, but I'm just tired going on Facebook and seeing like this actor says he would do this if anything were to happen with a sequel or a remake or a reboot. I'm like, I'm sure they would. That doesn't mean that they will. I'm just tired of like blank and blank would definitely do this reboot if they did another one. I'm like, you're not telling me anything. You're just telling me, yeah, they would or wouldn't. Like, this is not news. This is just pointless. You know what I'm talking
Welcome
about,
to
right?
social media. This is your first time here?
I know. I
Doesn't
know.
sound like
I
you
know.
do.
Will
I
you
do,
be
but it's
happy
annoying.
if Hugh
It's just
Jackman
that's
said,
the
"Okay, I'll be Wolverine for the Marvel Cinematic Universe"?
What you know what I will be happy about?
cool. But is that a possibility? Like that's a maybe, but no. So fuck that. I don't need to
What
know
I
that.
do need to know is when
Useless
this
information.
Oh,
intermission is
it's gonna
happening. Mike,
happen right now.
all right, before we get into the video game headlines, Ham finally remembered after being sober for about 2 minutes what he actually did over the past week. Which was what, Ham? What did you do?
Oh, me and Aaron went to go see the live action shorts for the Yep. Ooh, something broke up. I made it sound like it broke up. I just couldn't talk. The Oscars, which came out to I think 6 or 7 movies that are about 15 to maybe 30 minutes. Less than that, I think. Uh, they were interesting. It's a lot of serious, touchy feely vibes. I think they left the big one for the end, which I didn't even like. Uh, there was also a loop one with racial inequality. A few foreign ones as well. My favorite one was about this guy who was blind and deaf. Said that right?
Double whammy.
Yeah, in the last one, Oscar Isaac, of course, you guys know him from Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's the big one, but I still didn't really enjoy it as much as the other ones.
Was this in theaters?
Yeah, at the Enzion, this independent local theater.
Your second home away from
Yeah,
home.
second, yeah. Also, you can watch it online. They have a thing you can watch online, and the live actions might still be going on. I think that's this entire week, but there are certain I don't know about online, but I think there's still certain times where you can watch them.
The Oscars is coming up.
Yeah.
Like, what do you know what date that is?
Yeah, that's the 25th of April, I believe.
Is it all digital, or are they actually gonna have
Oh
like?
no, they were actually, hey, if you're nominated, you better be here. They sent
Oh,
that out. You can look that up, but it's like they were like, if you're not here to accept it, it's gonna go to the Academy. Yeah, they want people in seats, and they're done with like Zoom stuff. That's basically what it made it sound like.
okay.
And also, we are going to watch tomorrow the animated shorts for the Oscars. So that'd be very interesting.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Starting with our first video game headline, which is kind of interesting. Super Mario Brothers sealed
Yep.
copy breaks
Saw that.
auction record, becomes most valuable game collectible ever. An incredibly rare plastic sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers for the NES has sold at auction for a world record-breaking $660,000. That hefty price tag makes it the most expensive price ever paid for a video game collectible. Anyone got a copy of that lying around anywhere?
I've got like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It mentioned here that it's actually from the fourth printing run.
That's what I was wondering. What makes it rare?
And that there was a code or something that was missing or put there. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was something specific about like this printing run that was more for the collector's sake. Because the article was mentioning that like when they were producing this, like the trademark or whatever that, yeah, it was a trademark in something else, like a slogan or something, meant nothing like other than it was just part of the process. But for collectors, it's just like for them to talk about like what year and what date this might have been from. But $660,000.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta really love Super Mario Brothers if you're gonna pay that much money for it.
Or be one of those scalpers online trying to sell a PlayStation or Xbox. But
I don't think a scalper is gonna pay that much for it.
no, I'm
to try
saying
to flip it
that's
for
how much
what?
they're selling the Xboxes and the PlayStations for. Expensive. Yeah. Bad joke.
My question is why?
Well, because there's when it comes to like money and stamps and whoever collects all that, errors are valuable as hell because they're not that many. You can quantify how many they are because they're not. It's a little percentage.
But the thing is
Yeah,
that it's not something that even if you explain to me, I'm not going to ever understand why was somebody to spend that much. Because
no, because Mike, you're not a collector.
Yeah.
Like you don't collect things.
What do you collect,
right?
Mike?
no, I do. I collect statues. I collect posters. I collect like things that I know that I could have in value. But the thing is, it's like once, like if I want something, okay, for an example, if I don't know, because I do have a Michael Keaton, I like to say action figure, but
Doll.
I have that in a box and everything. But like, let's just say, like, if I really wanted it, I'm not gonna spend $100 for it. Like I'm not going to spend 500 or 1,000.
But if you had the money for it,
Yeah, these
like
aren't normal people, Mike.
yeah,
I
I mean,
know, I
not
know.
even me would spend like for me, like I would really love a pristine condition Pokemon Blue version, but I know that's gonna cost me like $5,000 at the very least, and that's nowhere near my budget at all in the next 26,000 years. So, like, as much as I would love to have it, it's just like I can't, and I get that that's out of my expectation. But as like if I did have that money, and I of course I am the collector, like yeah, here's $5,000, take it.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the damn thing right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Sal has a collectible on him. Is a blue version of Pokemon with him catching fucking was it no name or no number?
Missing no.
Yeah, missing no. You fucking caught it, and what? You can't save anymore in the cartridge or something. What was it?
I think that was on my red version. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. My red version couldn't save
I
anymore.
can't believe you. Yeah.
But yeah, I get where Mike is coming from, but I don't I don't I see the whole point behind the 600. I do see why. That's why I said like you have to be a really like big Super Mario Brothers like fan
Yeah.
to even pay that much money. Because I think even for like just a standard collector of just valuable things, I don't even think this is like worth it. But if you've been a diehard like Super Mario Brothers fan from the get go, like then yeah, of course, if you got the money for it,
Yeah.
spend it.
I mean, there's a lot of Nintendo, Mario, rare limited version of it that no one can get or ever get again. But it is video. The genre is video games, and there's some crazy people, video games.
Oh yeah,
Also
I
with
know for sure,
movies,
for sure,
but
for sure.
other than that, it's a specified auction where people are going for that reason. It's not just like a random auction, not eBay. Find anything on there.
No, yeah, it's
So
just rare items that you're not going to find, and people are
yeah, I
willing to
mean,
spend the money for it. I understand
yeah.
that, of course, but I won't agree with it, but I understand it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's a cool fact, but I'd be like, yeah, okay.
You know what else we can feel okay about? Not this transition, that's for
So
sure.
many things. So many things.
E3 2021 plans announced. Xbox and Nintendo involved. No sign of Sony. The
Fucking
Electronic
Sony.
Software Association has announced its first plans for the first digital-only E3, which will include Nintendo and Xbox, but currently does not include Sony. Taking place from June 12th through 15th, E3 2021 is confirmed to include appearances from Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Brothers Games, and Koch Media. I don't know how to say it.
Whoa!
KOCH. Yeah, I mean, I figured Mike was gonna go that route, but
Wait, what?
Yeah.
cool. E3, it's happening. There were rumors that this was going to be a paid digital event, but they since squashed those rumors, and it is confirmed to be completely
Interesting.
free.
Awesome. I don't
We'll
have
see
a
if it's
console.
actually completely
Like a
free.
VIP or whatever version or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
No, no 343.
That's Xbox, dumbass.
Well, I'm saying no. They're gonna talk about just little
I'm sure
games
they will. Fuck you.
that got delayed
June
again.
June 12th to the 15th. Obviously, I mean, I'll watch it. I don't know how much
Oh,
of it I'll watch it because I don't know what their schedule is like.
Yeah,
Because the
of
way they
course.
described it, it was going to be 4 days nonstop.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bro.
So I
people
feel
gotta
like
work.
I feel like if anything though, a lot of it's just going to be filled with like maybe gameplay stuff, like you know what this would be like kind of the most ideal opportunity for that. What is that organization? Games Done Quick, for them to like do a partnership with
I don't
E3,
know them.
and so like before and after the events, they can just do their charity events and just do the speed runs. Have you never watched Games Done Quick?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I have.
Oh man, I like it. I like watching it. They come on every once in a while on Twitch, but they literally just do speed runs of like
And you said
every
it's for
game imaginable.
charity?
Yeah, all the money goes to charity. Like
Oh,
it's Doctors for Borders, I think, something like
okay.
that. But yeah, it's just literally people doing speed runs, and then in order to modify their speed runs, that's where like the extra money comes in for charity, where they're like, okay, if you donate this much, then I'll do it without, this armor. Or if you do it, if you pay this much,
Oh,
if
okay.
if we reach this limit, then I'll do it, no lives or no lives lost or something like that. Like it's a lot of
Interesting.
fun, and they, like I said, they play lots of random games. Like I I didn't get to watch it, but because my notification came up though, but they were playing an Animorphs game. I was like, Animorphs had a computer game? What?
Oh,
So
computer, yeah.
yeah, so I just think that'd be kind of neat if they did that. But my only concern here is that I feel like E3 has gotten somewhat of a, not necessarily a negative rep, but like, I think people are getting the feeling of I don't care anymore about E3 because of the digital events that I think we got last year from the publishers. Because why even do E3 anymore if Xbox, Nintendo, and Sony could easily just do their own digital events, which I think Sony is going to continue to do anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been honestly been so disconnected with E3 because I don't know what year, I can't really tell you, but it's just the thing I don't like about E3. And it's completely normal for a lot of companies to do false advertisement for showing their games. And when you finally have that game, when you play it, it's literally nothing what you've seen. And I know Square Enix goes through that a lot. EA Sports, even some Sony games as well. And I'm guessing Microsoft, every single,
Every It's a
game.
lot of game developers, yeah.
Yeah. So I just wait until I see a trailer, and I don't need a E3, a whole event to show me that. You know what I mean? So I just bring out the trailers. If I find it interesting, I'll watch it, and that's it.
But you're telling me if I gave you, let's say next year, I gave you
Yeah.
tickets to E3, you wouldn't go?
If you gave
Oh
me
hell yeah, I'll
tickets,
go.
I'm gonna go.
If you
But
gave me yeah.
but I'm not gonna go out and like buy tickets, like wait in line digitally to buy a ticket for it. Like I'm not as excited about E3 as I used to be. Like
I still want to go though. I mean, what you wouldn't
yeah,
try to go?
it's not something it's still on my bucket list, but it's not something like it's high on my bucket list anymore.
Going
Huh.
in person is different from watching it on the computer.
Well, I'm saying if watching on the computer
Hmm.
is not a, option, like if it was like it was before. But
But I mean,
yeah,
but
definitely Comic Con is higher than E3.
I do want
Oh yeah, for
E3
sure.
to have some sort of resurgence where they do come back, top of the game, like top of the line. Like, yeah, we are the event of the year for video games. Like, I really want them to go back to that state.
But if Sony's splitting, then maybe Xbox or Nintendo next, and then it's just gonna be no more
Yeah, but that's weird though, because Nintendo already does their own digital events, but they still do
E3.
E3.
Yeah, because they like to play nice. It's Nintendo.
That's true. We
Yeah,
would like to
Yeah.
play.
yeah, exactly.
All right, EA.
Sweet.
EA patents adaptive difficulty system that adjusts to keep you playing longer. The patent, which was filed in October last year and published at the end of March 2021, describes a system that can perform automatic granular adjustments to a game in order to change the difficulty of the experience. Similar systems have been used by Resident Evil 4 and Left 4 Dead, in which a system monitors player performance and uses the data to inform enemy behavior. However, EA seems to have an additional or perhaps even alternative motive beyond just aiding players overcome a game's difficulty curve. Any takes on this?
Yeah,
Sure.
but how would that work? I would see that more working on online games. So you keep playing it online versus just a single player game. And how would that make them play
But
more?
wouldn't that also take away the experience of the video game of it for it like its main purpose is to be difficult, but you're going to
Not
adjust
really. There are settings now,
Dark Souls?
so people could just see the story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think I like the that concept of let the difficulty modify itself to what I'm like, because the way I'm picturing it
Was
is
this a choice, or is this them already
it's
implementing it already in there?
it's already input like that. So let me describe the way I'm seeing this is that, right, if I am getting really good at the skills by like a third of the game, then the difficulty is going to up itself. Right, the bosses will be harder or the enemies will be harder because it knows that I've mastered these skills. If I haven't mastered those skills by that, by 1/3 of the game, then the difficulty is either going to stay constant or it might just be less. Like the enemies will just be easier because the system knows I am not doing that well, so it has to match like my playthrough, which I feel like that is better overall, right? You don't have like this whole, okay, I'm choosing hard difficulty from the get go, even though I may not be that good. Doesn't matter. I want, this is just me. I want the achievements for this. Like, I want to get this done. Or, doing it on easy and just being like, okay, this is too easy. I'm bored, like, whatever. I don't know. I like this way better.
But I'm a skeptic. I'm always a skeptic. And there's that scale, whereas they're going to use it for evil or for bad or whatever, or for being a corporation. Whereas they want you to just keep playing and keep being on the game, and it's just like,
So that's where I can see where your concern could be for like microtransactions, where they tease you with something like, "Hey, if you pay $1 over here, then you." Actually, it's what Ubisoft
that scale
does.
moves.
It's what Ubisoft does with their XP boosting for Assassin's Creed. That's what they did for Origins. That's what they did for I think, what is it? What was the other one after that? Origins.
The Valhalla.
There's Valhalla, but what's the one before the Odyssey? Odyssey is the one I'm thinking of.
Odyssey. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sold the XP boost as an additional thing because the grind for XP in the game was so like tedious. Like people complain about that, and then people complain about having to pay the $5 for the XP boost that you get for the duration of the game. So I see what you mean.
But also, what company is this again?
And I was gonna say that too. Like it's EA.
It's in the game because you paid for it.
I mean, I would have loved for that thing for it. I would have loved to use that in Sekiro and Doom Eternal because those two fucking games are hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like games like that would benefit from but I feel like it should still be an option to choose that,
of course,
and not because like I feel like if I'm gonna play Dark Souls, I think because the reputation is it's a fucking hard game. Keep that difficulty to a fucking hard game. Like, don't put this shit unless, I actually do want to try to enjoy the game and not frustrate and pull my hair out. So let me put this adaptive shit on so that way it knows how I play.
Yeah, it's got to be a choice. If it's not, I question it.
You know what else is questionable though? Sony's motives on certain decisions they made. No, so
you saying that?
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like Mike always has to do these headlines, otherwise.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
So the first one I'll bring up because it's weird. The last couple of months, it seems like Sony PlayStation has gotten a lot of a lot of negative rep from a couple of decisions that they're making. This one in particular, which I don't really care for this, but because I didn't think this was still in existence. Some PS Vita developers weren't properly warned that the PlayStation Store would close. In a DM to IGN, Barry Johnson, from what is this called, Lilimo Games, says that the studio was not warned about the closing of the Vita Store in any way. In fact, Johnson says they purchased a second Vita dev kit just last month. When word came out that it was happening throughout the story at The Gamer, we reached out to Sony for clarification and was given no response. We found out at the same time as the public did that we would have to cancel our Vita version of our next game. I didn't know people were still developing games for Vita.
Yeah, me too. Like,
Wait, which one was Vita again?
Vita is
PlayStation Game Boy.
Yeah, the PlayStation.
Because I have the PSP, but I don't think it's a Vita.
The other version, the second.
Was that the last one?
Yeah, it was the last one that they came out. Yeah, the highly technical that nobody bought because there was no games for it. I honestly, I'm going to say this: if you're working on the Vita and you're surprised that they are shutting down everything for the Vita, I kind of find you as a fool.
But that's not the point, though. Like the point is. Like they weren't told, they weren't told that they were going to get closed down like this quick. Sure, maybe in the back of their head they knew that the Vita thing wasn't going to be a long-lasting deal. But
this was now.
I would rather have them say, "Hey,
right.
we're going to close this down in about 6 months. Can you just whatever you got to do, close it up." Not like, "Hey, we're going to close this down in like 6 minutes. Is that all right with you?" It doesn't matter. So goodbye. Like, I think that's where the developers are coming from. It's like it's a last minute notice, and it just sucks because they probably spent money developing a game that is now not going to come out on a system that's no longer, or on a I guess on a service that's no longer going to be a thing.
Yeah, just imagine
Yeah,
working on that and not getting paid.
yeah, that has to suck. But it's just it was just the communication. That's the thing that I could honestly say that's 100% like PlayStation's fault. But I didn't know that they're still making Vita games. I thought that was dead.
Yeah, I
Because
think
even on Sony's like direct digital event, they don't even mention anything about the Vita.
I haven't heard Sony talk about the video in I don't know how long. But
Yeah,
also, wouldn't that be on? Also, the worker be like, "Oh, I'm gonna work at a Blockbuster, or I'm gonna work on the Vita."
people need
That's
a
the same
job,
thing.
man. People need a job. Doesn't matter how long
Yeah,
it
but wouldn't you
lasts.
question it as stable
If
work? It's
if
like,
they're shoving like 5 times the amount of money that I would ever make anywhere else, no, I'm not going to question it. I'll just accept it, and I'll go along for the ride as long as I can.
yeah, but who knows? Would you get because it'd be salary based? I'll be like, oh, well, we can't pay you
Money is
anymore,
money.
and
yeah.
yeah, well,
I think also on the PlayStation Now subscription thing, you can get Marvel's Avengers if that's any incentive to people.
next.
Yeah.
But it cut its price down to $10 a month. If that incentivizes anyone.
You keep on mentioning this PS Now. I don't know anybody that has that.
Did you say it's now $10 a month, or
It's
it's
now ten
ten
dollars a
dollars
month.
off?
It's
It's
now
ten
ten dollars.
dollars a month. Wait,
How much was it before?
I
Because
don't know. I
nobody
was gonna
knows.
ask. Was it 15 or 20?
Nobody knows.
nobody knows. Like, not even the people who created that even has PS Now. Like,
Uh,
is I don't know.
the other headline between Sony and now Xbox, which I don't understand why this is a big deal, but people were like losing their shit about this. MLB The Show 21 coming to Xbox Game Pass at launch. Microsoft confirmed that MLB The Show 21 will be arriving on Xbox Game Pass on launch day of April 20th for both Xbox Series XS and Xbox One. Apparently this
The
was a
show,
huge
right?
deal. Yeah, apparently this was a huge deal
Yeah, it's
because
bullshit.
MLB was exclusive to only PlayStation.
Yep.
And now it's coming on to not just Games Pass, because apparently they announced that they're going to be a multi-platform. So there's apparently hopes for a Switch version of this.
Yeah,
Um,
I found that bullshit as well too.
Just go back to my comments with Space Jam. Fucking basketball. Ugh.
But I mean, okay, so you're on the side of like this is
Or
a stupid
baseball.
deal that you rather keep it on PlayStation. Why? That's the thing I don't understand. Why?
Okay, so the thing is, Xbox, they have their own exclusive baseball game that flopped completely. That was like their 2K baseball that never made it to PlayStation. And MLB has been on PlayStation since, man, like 2004. So it's been like very consistent and it's like very well known. I mean, more likely not to you because you don't play like sports games, but in the sports community gaming, like that's the biggest thing in Sony is like, of course, like Gran Turismo, MLB, and I'm not too sure what other sports games they have, but it should just be its own thing. Just let it be exclusive. Like they earned the right for it to be its own thing on Sony, but now Microsoft, since they failed on making a proper baseball game, they are just going to get some half of the rights of MLB The Show. Like I don't find that fair.
They're not getting the rights; they're just getting the opportunity to distribute it on their platform.
Yeah, that's
So
the thing, and I still don't find that fair. Like you try to do the same exact thing, and it just completely failed. And now I don't know. I just think it's stupid.
I don't know, because my look on this is the way I feel about how Spider-Man was exclusive to only Sony PlayStation consoles. It's like it's a baseball thing. Like, shouldn't that be available to everybody? Doesn't matter what console you play, whether it's PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch. Like, why can't just all the consoles have a baseball game? Like, if it was a unique sports thing that's only like the Mario and Sonic Olympics, right? That should only be on Nintendo console. That shouldn't be on anything else. So
But
I
what
wouldn't
happens
expect
if
that
it's
to be. I wouldn't expect that to be on anything else there. But MLB just seems like a standard. It's just like 2K or Madden or whatever. It should. I feel like that's like a one of those kind of titles that should just be everywhere and not just exclusive to one console.
What happens if Mario? What's that game? That baseball Mario game, the Superstar also was Super Sluggers, Mario Super Sluggers. What happens if that goes on PlayStation? Just saying. Will you find that as a problem?
I'd find that weird, just because like
I find it weird, and I don't care.
well,
Yeah,
it's just, but
that's
that
the same
doesn't.
thing with me.
I don't know. That doesn't make sense though, because Mario is very like Mario is a Nintendo branded, Nintendo original created character, and they're taking the sport and making a parody off of it. Whereas like
Right.
MLB is just it's a generic baseball video game, and there's no unique characters that are built for PlayStation. It's just a game that was originally built on PlayStation. And I just feel like a game that's generic like that should just be accessible to everybody.
I disagree.
Baseball games are generic.
I mean, I don't know. Again, like it just seems like a Madden, like a title like Madden and 2K.
It's better than that. It's based the MLB The Show is actually a really good sports game. I think that's like the best sports games out of anything out there. Better than NBA 2K, Madden, even like like Formula One driving racing games. MLB as always have shown each and every year better mechanics, better just better gameplay of everything, and like Sony has always delivered on that. And now, now it's going to be on Xbox, and I just find that kind of like, like really, like we couldn't just have our own thing.
Give me a game like MLB Blitz where give me something like that, then I'll play where they're doing fucking steroids and shit and breaking bones
I want
and
them to make
everything.
another one. That would be awesome.
I'd play something
I
like
don't know.
that.
It sounds stupid, but I could understand of the frustration. It's like, all right, whatever.
I don't know. I'll never understand sports. The only other thing, also in Microsoft side of things, it seems that there also have been in talks with Kojima Productions in I guess establishing their next gen game, which from my understanding, Kojima Productions was usually just a PlayStation thing. I don't think they ever put a game on Xbox, right?
Except for the Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh, well, that eventually got ported over.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't always on Xbox. I think it wasn't until Metal Gear 4 that it came on Xbox.
Yeah, maybe after a console change, but yeah, I just remember PlayStation 2. It was just on PlayStation. That's what I remember.
Is that a big deal though? Because I mean, I know Kojima himself, right? And Mike was just saying how
It was Konami. That's what it was. Konami. He was part of Konami. That made the Metal Gear Solid games. That he's not part of that team anymore. So he created his own company, Kojima Productions, of course, and he made Death Stranding. But I don't know if he has the rights now for the Metal Gear Solid games.
So
I'm not sure how that works either.
So then
yeah.
we rule out Metal Gear Solid as an option. So this would be a brand new IP.
Yeah, it'll be his
Possibly,
second because he made Death Stranding.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like that is kind of like a big name where it's like, oh shit, you landed this. Like, it's for me, it's odd because I've always just heard that name tied with PlayStation, and then for Xbox to get it, I don't know. The Xbox has been very kind of on the down low about a lot of their secretive partnerships that apparently they've been kind of planning for years now, and.
Not with Bethesda.
I mean, after Bethesda, and I'm wondering if they have been playing the long game for such a long time that people just kind of are like, they're never going to do anything, and maybe now they're finally coming out and doing what we've been wanting them to do for so long, is actually come out with some good first party shit.
Yeah.
So,
what, they're gonna get all the exclusives?
I don't know if they're gonna get all the exclusives, but I mean,
I say this though, they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of work more than Sony. That's what I've seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in the last couple of months, every headline that ever comes out about Sony is such a negative headline. Like even when again, Ham's not going to care about this. When Marvel's Avengers got put on the PS5, people were bitching and complaining about the quote unquote performance upgrades that they got for PS5 because it didn't do anything.
I did see those videos actually.
And now people are upset about the MLB thing, and the whole PS Vita thing is a downfall. Like, I don't know. Like, people are just not entirely happy with Sony, and
I don't know.
it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, from the scalping situation to just the games that they're doing.
I think Xbox is on the rise again.
But they still haven't shown anything. That's the problem. It's been just more talks than anything. So hopefully at E3,
You think the
maybe?
pandemic? You think the pandemic kind of slowed things down a bit for them to fully show it this year for the holidays?
I hope so.
I think
I know
so.
Ham's just waiting for his Pokemon Snap,
Yeah.
which comes out soon.
I forgot. I'm looking at it right now. The Switch with me. Well, that reminds me. We'll talk about it later. But I need the adapter for the TV because I don't have one because somebody can't find it.
Oh my god! All right, so that's it for the headlines. More to come.
I have one more, but not really.
One more thing.
One more
another
thing. It's a hypothetical. I like my hypotheticals, and I think it would do well. Well, especially for Mike. What would you think about a Kingdom Hearts movie?
Oh God, pass.
Next.
Pass.
I don't know if they could even pull that off because Disney.
They already have the characters though. They must have done a deal.
It would have to be an animated movie.
Yeah, it has to be animated. If it's a live action, that shit is going to be Dragon Ball Z meets
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
No, but this will be more like Space Jam, whereas human and Disney characters.
It's going to be bad.
It's worked before.
Oh my god, no!
Wait, Sonic?
But that's something different.
That's not cartoon though. That's like okay. This is weird to explain, right? If you look at Bugs Bunny from Space Jam, that's not like the same thing as looking at Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, one's obviously cartoon, the other one is a cartoon drawn in like, you know, in realistic manner.
Yeah, but in this new Space Jam, it's going to be CGI.
Okay, so pretty
well.
much this is going to, I think, hopefully wrap this up. Kingdom Hearts voice acting is very corny, but it works for the game. That would not work for the movie at all.
So you're saying the movie would have?
That's what I'm 100% saying. No, I passed.
Okay.
No, thank you.
All right.
What you guys should be saying is the movie for movie trivia.
Oh my god, undefeated
about to get into.
champion.
Didn't you lose in the last one?
No, I won.
Oh wait, no. You hosted the last one.
and I won that one.
Oh, and then who won the colossal
I won that
one
too. Undefeated king.
All right. Just like as usual, I read you the synopsis. You wait till I call you and to guess the movie, and then we'll see who can guess it correctly. This is an interesting one because I do recall this movie. I don't know if I actually ever saw it. A cowardly boy who buries himself in accident statistics enters a library to escape a storm, only to be transformed into an animated illustration. He has to work through obstacles from classic books to return to real life. We're going to start with Ham.
Oh my god, it's fucking what's his name? Page Master.
Mike.
Fuck. I think it is Page Master. It is Page Master. It has to be Page Master because I had this movie in.
You didn't know it was Page Master till I said
because the thing
it.
is, I was like, okay, it has to be something with page or book, and I think it is Page Master because I do have this movie on VHS, and I still have it.
It is a 1994 animation adventure comedy that lasted for 80 minutes, rated G. The Page Master.
Yes.
I don't even think
I never
saw
saw
it.
it. I do remember the trailers for it.
Is it? It's not what's his name? Is it?
What?
It's not Macaulay Culkin, is it?
Macaulay Culkin.
It is. Okay, so I don't think I saw this one.
Yep, he plays the main character, the boy. I also picked this movie because Christopher Lloyd is in this movie. He voices, or no, he plays the character Mr. Dewey, which I have no idea who that is.
I remember the trailer. I remember like him in the library and like the rain and the like.
Oh my god, wasn't
yeah.
like he's in a castle with the books and then there's like this werewolf or something?
Well, the castle's in the book, but that's
Yeah, I
all
think
know.
so.
Oh man,
That sounds
I
about
haven't
right.
seen that movie in a while, but I remember I was
Good old Paige.
Oh, Patrick Stewart's in there. He plays the voice of adventure. Whoopi Goldberg plays the voice of fantasy. Holy shit!
It was a big
Leonard
movie. I know it was
Nimoy?
it's the biggest. Wow, Patrick Stewart and Leonard Nimoy, Star Trek. Yeah.
Well,
It's a callback.
there you go. That was your movie synopsis.
Oh, it should be
I might watch
I think it should be on Disney Plus soon because it is on 20th Century Fox
Ooh.
and Disney bought.
I might find it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right. That's it.
Undefeated
That's our
king.
episode. That's stupid. I don't know what we're reviewing next week because Mortal Kombat's not until the 23rd, so we got time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
got
Do you guys
I know there's
like,
some Netflix stuff coming up.
What do you
Well,
got?
I was actually thinking if you guys want to go back to the movie theaters to watch this movie called Unholy.
Oh my god, I saw the trailer for that. Oh my god.
Speaking of unholy things, Mike, do the social.
Hey guys, follow us on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and I guess MySpace on Drunk Cop and a Teacher, and write us an email at drunkcop.ateacher@gmail.com. And if you guys have an adapter that Ham is looking for, just hit him
Yeah.
hit him an
Hit me
email
up.
with all the Amazon
Listen,
listings, Craigslist, I don't know. Whatever.
people still use Craigslist?
I guess so. Or OfferUp.
I looked at it the other
I
day.
got my puppy from there.
Ah.
I think he's being serious.
I'm being for real. I
Yeah, no, I'm like,
love you, Scooby. But yeah.
And that is it for this episode. Listeners, we'll talk to you in the next episode.
Later, guys. Undefeated King.
See ya, pals.